The Food and Consumer Affairs Minister Vilas Paswan has approved the guidelines on service charge and said that service charge on hotel bills is totally voluntary and not mandatory. Now the customer can decide whether she or he wants to pay a service charge after dining at hotels and restaurants.
Today, Mr. Paswan, the Consumer Affairs Minister, has said nothing new. He reiterated that restaurants, if they charge 10% service charge or 5% service charge, if they inform the customer beforehand and if they mention it conspicuously on the menu, they can charge service charge. There's nothing illegal or unfair about it. He has very clearly said that as long as the restaurants mention to the customers that they are charging service charge, they can go ahead and charge. So he's just issued guidelines on the same. There is no legislation, there is no law. Restaurants can continue to charge service charge as long as they let the customer know beforehand.
That's a very good move on the part of the government. I believe that service charge should have been taken away quite a long time, because hotels are charging without any logic or reason. And the fact that now that it is taken off and it is left to the customers to give the service tax or tip, you call it, that is better. And in a way it will go a long way in providing better service for the customers.
I think it's a very good move, because service charge actually depends upon the quality of service that you receive. So if you're not happy with the service and you're forced to pay 10% of the entire bill, that's not fair. So if you want to pay the service charge, depending on what quality of service was, you pay. I mean, it should be discretionary. It shouldn't be mandatory.
But in some hotels now, they don't take service charge, but instead they charge a huge amount of service tax. Do you think that is right way forward?
See, as far as I understand, tax is something that is statutorily leviable. So if the Act permits levy of tax, you have to pay. But you cannot levy tax in lieu of service charge, because like you said, one is a tax, one is a charge. So if you want to pay, you pay. If you don't want to pay, you don't pay. That's how it should be. So I think this move is a very, very good move.